Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of building Umbara in Lego. In the last update, we ended up going ahead and mainly doing the design portion as well as taking a look at the figures for the mock. Now, today we're actually going to get to some building. So, this is the overall layout. So, we got three of the 48 by 48 base plates by two, and end up adding an extra 32 base plate section here in the back. So I think this is probably the total length that I will be making it. Again, this is about 180, almost close to 200 studs in length. So a pretty solid size. I was thinking of doing 2x4 of these gray base plates, but I thought that may be a bit too big. So we'll see kind of how it goes. So what's going to happen is down the middle, you have the Umbaran Road, probably leading up to this point, and then over here would be kind of where the Umbaran Air Base is, or at least a portion of the base or capital city, whatever I decide to put there. So we're going to have the road which leads right in the middle, and then you have the two jungle sections on each side. So what are we going to do today? And today we're going to be working on the road. So we're going to pretty much actually complete the road in this segment. So in order to do that, we got a nice big haul here from Bricklink, which I'll pour out here. So if you're wondering as to what exactly this is, so these are the plates parts for the road. So what I'm going to actually end up doing is making a brick built road, and this actually isn't my own design. I actually saw this on Flickr. And again, when we get more into the actual building of the road, I'll definitely mention who that was. But I found this amazing design where this person made these kind of hexagons using the 1x2 slopes and 1x2 inverted slopes, and then connecting them using the 1x2 plate. And he just made a ton of those, and that actually looked really nice for the road. So that's what I've gone ahead and ordered. So here we got 1x2 bricks, I believe 900 of them. We got 900 inverted 1x2 bricks, and then I believe 960 of these 1x2 plates. Super awesome, a lot of cool parts. And so now let's go ahead and get into building and just kind of show you what each of the pieces look like, and then we'll go ahead and build the rest of the road. Alright, so I ended up going ahead and just kind of laying out where I believe the road should be. So it's 40 studs for the road, then about 30 studs on each side for the jungle area. So basically the way it's going to work is I'm going to have the road in the middle with so two sets of road with a small partition down the center, and then on each side you have the jungle. Now, in terms of the actual road design I'll be using, this was actually not my own design, but rather by a user on Flickr named KW Valbon. Apologies if I'm pronouncing it miscorrectly. But he ended up making this really cool design for a mini Umbara mock he made, where he used these kind of slopes and inverted slopes to make these hexagonal kind of patterns. And then just put a ton of them, stacked them on top of each other to give this design. I think it looks amazing. I absolutely love this design by him. So again, I'll link him down in the description to his mock and his Flickr page, so you can definitely check that out. But this is the design I'll be using. He had about a 30 stud length of that, but I'll be kind of expanding it for the whole mock. So this is a design, and it's going to basically just lie down like such. And when it goes all the way across, I think it'll look amazing. So basically, I'm going to probably have to make a solid 400 of these, and we're going to go ahead and now do that with a timeline. Just wanted to update you. So a lot of the floor pieces are completed. Now there were a couple of quick changes I ended up making. For one, I ended up deciding not to put the road all the way to the end and only up till this gray base plate here. because this is kind of where the kind of outpost or base for the Umbarans will be. Originally, I was going to make the road go all the way through their base, but I decided maybe not. So as of now, the road is only going to be this length here. Also, I ended up changing it such that I took out all these kind of bricks. I still have them on that side, but I took them all out on this side and instead put a ton of these. So all these are 1x4 kind of these modified bricks, such that the tile pieces can just attach onto the end, like you see right over there. So the way I attached them, so I can use these stud bricks and just attach them right on so they don't actually move. And then, because originally I was just going to have the floor kind of just laid on it, kind of on the surface and not connected. But I'm going to go ahead and connect it. I think it'll be better, especially since there's so many of these. It'll be a lot easier, definitely when transporting and things. Also, I have the black plates here. Those are because I can then, so because if you see the model I did earlier, there are kind of cracks in between kind of those pieces. So when you put two next to each other, so I'll see if we can get a better view of that, but you can see there are kind of cracks between the pieces. So I wanted to make it all black such that when you look between the cracks, you see the black plates, and so that'll make it look more like as if it's a line between those pieces. Again, I think that looks pretty good. And then if you're wondering why I'm using studded plates, because the way Lego is, the uh, plate on a stud. So if you have this plate on a stud and you put this piece here, they align perfectly, like one on top of the other. So if I were to put a tile, the whole road would be kind of lower compared to the border, but now they kind of align perfectly. So that's kind of what I did there. But anyways, now I'll go ahead and just kind of finish the road with the black plates and then put a lot of these on for one side, and then we'll check back and see how it looks. All right, so here we have a look at the road. So we got Rex and a few of the 501st clones, but we ended up going in and completing one side of the road. So we'll go ahead and zoom out here all the way so you can take a look. So I think the road turned out amazing. So as I said, there'd be two sections of road with a partition down the middle. This is one side of that road, or one section. I'll have an identical one on the other side with a small partition of 4 studs in the middle. But I gotta say, I'm absolutely loving this design. Once again, KW Vabon's really nice design from him there. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump in and take a closer look. So these kind of hexagonal pieces, there are about 250 or so of them in just one side of this road. So definitely quite a bit, but I think it looks amazing. I just love all of them next to each other with the pattern. I just love it for sure. And also one other thing I do want to mention, again, as I said, I put the black plates below it. So when you're looking at it, it looks like they're just a bunch of lines between them in black. So again, I really do love how this turned out. You have the pattern for the border with kind of the blue lights all the way across. And again, I'm absolutely loving the design. So let's get a better look there. So that's how it's going to look. It's really clean, really smooth. Absolutely love it. And if you're wondering, am I going to do kind of any destroyed sections of the road? I definitely might, because while it'll look beautiful having two of these sections, in a battle, there definitely is a chance part of the road could be destroyed. Not sure yet. And then the second thing you must be wondering, how about the figs? How do you stand the figs? Because it's all SNOT, stud SNOT on top, so you can't really stick figs. Well, that I will be using these kind of 1x1 bracket pieces. Again, I don't have any in my collection, sadly, to really show for an example. But there's these kind of 1x1 bracket pieces, which I actually have pulled up here on my phone. So this is a piece I will be using as we wait for it to load. This piece right over here, and I'll basically be placing it in between some of those hexagonal pieces. So I'll be using these kind of 1x1 bracket pieces in black or maybe dark bluish gray. So those will be kind of in between some of these, and that will kind of have a stud for the figure to stand on. And then also all this black and tan and everything here, this will be covered up as the whole mock will be raised by 1 brick. So there is a look at the road. I absolutely love how it's turned out. But we're not done, so we're going to go ahead, build the second section of the road identical, and then the partition, and check back after doing both of those. So let's see how that completed road looks. Alright, and welcome back. So the road is completed. Again, I ended up finishing the second side as well as the middle partition, and I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I absolutely love the design. Really nice, really clean, really kind of unique kind of design, very smooth. Definitely loving how it looks. So as you can see, going across all 3, or in this case 6 base plates here, and really loving how it's turned out. Now, I did end up actually going ahead and making a couple changes in that I made each of the road sections, both of these, skinnier. So usually it was about 5 of these hexagonal pieces in 1 row, or in this case 1 column. But I ended up going ahead and making it to 4 in each column. So that made it much more, it made it a bit skinnier, and that actually made it look better because before it was a bit too wide. But again, absolutely loving the overall look. Really nice, really clean, and again, I will be ordering those 1x1 brackets to probably in the next few updates, which I'll end up placing in between some of these for spots for the figures to stand on. But again, here's kind of a better look. Just that design, it's a really nice pattern, really clean, definitely absolutely loving how it's turning out. Now I am missing a few of the pieces there, and the reason why is I'm not missing actually the light pieces, which are actually right over there, or the tiles. What I'm missing is because for each of these I put a layer of 1 by dark bluish gray plates on top of which I add all the tiles for the blue and dark bluish gray. I'm a little short on those 1 by whatever plates, so I'll have to see if I can find some or order some. But again, hopefully by next update that will be completed. And then I have to also go ahead and make the lights. So as we zoom out here, basically, if you look at the actual image of the road, there are kind of lights, kind of like these mini little lights, like street lights. So again, I don't know, I'll have to make some sort of light designs. I don't know, something like this, but I'll see. So that's going to be for it for this update. So again, we got so much done from literally nothing to now the road is pretty much complete. How awesome is that? So again, in each of these updates, I want a really, large part of the build done. I want to get as much progress done as I can. So what's going to be happening in the next update? Well, in the next update, we are going to go ahead and put down the terrain. So using black plates, I just got in an order of about 600 black plates. So those will be all across here and there. And again, this whole mock is going to be raised by 1 brick. So all this ugly stuff is going to be changed. And you're just going to see the black plates kind of at the same level, if not 1 plate lower than these lights. So again, you won't see any of that ugly stuff there. So again, next update, we're going to go ahead and put all the plates down. We're going to go ahead and work on the lights, as well as do some designs, start doing some designs for the plants. You can vote at the end of that video what you guys think, and then in the update after, we will go ahead and build all the plants. So definitely super exciting, really loving how this mock has turned out so far. So definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos coming very soon, including a LEGO room tour. But anyways, this is BrokeWizard59, and I'll see you all next time.